college football. We stay with you alongside David Pollack and Jesse Palmer. Time to get this game started. And the Rebels will kick it off to get us underway. On the move from inside his 5. Buys just enough space to cross the 25. Let's mark it at the 27-yard line. So the South Carolina Gamecocks offense will be the first to dial up ball plays in this one. Offense working from the pistol. Tight end in motion, see how the D reacts. Leaves it with the back. Defense fills those gaps. He's got 1 to the 28. Didn't get much on first down. It's 2nd and 9. Power football with the run. He's knocked down a couple of yards behind the line of scrimmage.
They're trying to run the football. There's just nowhere to go for the ball carrier inside. He tried to bounce it to the outside. That linebacker way too fast. He met him there and forced the TFL.
He'll be stopped about 2 yards short of a first down.
It's got to feel good as an offense knowing that early in the drive you can turn around, hand it off, get a push up front, and go get positive yardage.
Great pickup as they'll keep this drive moving, and they've got it at the 45. And the Gamecocks have it with a 1st and 10. They go to the ground. Creates a little room. There he goes. And he gets a big chunk of yardage to the 34-yard line.
I think it's really important for this offense. They get this guy going early in the game, and they're doing a nice job of that right now. Remember, he's the kind of running back who gets better as the game goes on. That's a really good omen for this offense, considering his success now early.
Dances away. Now he'll throw back into the middle. Incomplete. He had it right in his hands for the pick, and I believe he might have been thinking about those big plays he's known for. Instead, it'll be 2nd down. Finds his man. It's Pringle. Shoved out of bounds. They'll mark him down at the 15-yard line, and this offense is doing work. Down to the 16-yard line. It's 1st and 10. He's going to lose a yard on that one.
Phenomenal job by the defense that time, shutting down the option play. They knew they were going to see this in this game, and all week long in practice, they really focused on this assignment football, making sure the dive, the quarterback, the pitch, all taken away. Nowhere to go with the football that time offensively. The defense coming up with a huge negative play.
Tight quarters deep in the red zone, but they can pick up a first down without scoring. 3rd down. He's going to lose a yard on that one.
I love when defensive backs come up and they are physical and they stick their face in the fan and they aren't scared. Talking to the defensive coordinator coming into this game, he knew his DBs had to tackle well. They had to get these running backs on the ground. Great start on this first drive.
And he'll finish the run at the end zone. Touchdown, Gamecocks.
And this offense just made their first statement, the first drive. 4th down. What are we going to do? We're going to be aggressive. Not only that, they get the touchdown. They're rewarded. What a hot start for this offense.
From a couple of yards deep, he'll bring it out. I know he thinks he can house every return, but sometimes you just have to take a knee as he stopped at the 14. So Ole Miss offense has its first opportunity of the day. This wide receiver matchup is one that we've been waiting to see. You have 2 guys on either side, Jesse, who are really going to make the secondaries nervous.
Oh, they should, because these guys can take the top off of defense. You've got 2 very dynamic individuals playing on each offense, and if I'm playing quarterback in this game for either team, I am going to take my shots and give my guy an opportunity, because both of these guys, David, have proven they can make circus-level catches.
I mean, when they're not open,
turning it on! And they get him out of bounds after an explosive run, just chewing up yardage along the way. The Rebels just got that huge run. They love another explosive play. Looking for space, it's Woods. Looking for room at the 30. Ripping off a good chunk inside the 25, and they're set up with a first down. And the Rebels, after ripping off that huge run, let's see if they can do it again. The give from the gun. And he was fortunate not to lose yardage on that play, able to wedge it back to the line of scrimmage. This crowd trying to make life miserable for this offense. They'll run play action. Bought a little time, lets it go. Got his man quickly. He gets it all the way down to the 5-yard line. A terrific catch and run before he stopped. The Rebels have it with a 1st and goal. The corners are walked up tight. He'll keep it himself. And he'll step into the end zone. Touchdown, Rebels!
The defense has got to do a better job of taking the most dangerous man. That's the guy with the football in his hands. Force him to do something with it. You can't just let him keep the ball and go score.
The kickoff unit is out there, and boy, did that last drive quiet this crowd. He'll start the return inside his 5. And he's able to pick his way through the traffic nicely for a good return on that one before he's brought down. Use the play fake, now to throw. Time to take a shot. Gets it inside the 15. Touchdown, South Carolina. And once he found open space, the band might as well start playing.
Well, this offense is top 10 in the country in points per game because they've got a lot of speed and they've got home run hitters. They score fast. They don't need 10 plays to go down the field. You saw it right there. They've recruited well. They've got playmakers. They're going to be a problem for defenses all year long.
Handoff from the shotgun. And they didn't get it forward an inch. Defense wins the battle up front. Didn't get much on 1st down. It's 2nd and 9. Red pass hits complete. He almost picked up the 1st down on that one, but he'll be just a little bit short. It's as if you're engulfed in a space odyssey. Williams-Brice alive on 3rd down.
Well, and he gets stuffed on that QB sneak. He's just not doing a really good job of reading the crease and finding a little space to kind of tuck into and drive his feet. He's just running himself into a wall there.
Well, and how about the big boys up front? Make a crease. Push somebody back. Create some space. There was nowhere to go.
Everybody stays in their lanes well enough, and they stop him at the 31-yard line. And the South Carolina offense is back on the field. The early scripts have worked trying to add to this 14-7 lead. Not the biggest play in the world, but it's one that can set the tone as he bangs his way out to the 38. The Gamecocks with a 2nd and short to keep this drive moving. Pulls it on the bootleg fake. He'll try to do it himself. He stopped just short of midfield. They'll mark him out of bounds at the 48. They'll line up right at the 48-yard line on 1st and 10. On the run, it's Kringle. And there was nowhere to go, just stopped in his tracks in the backfield.
Great job by the defense. Everybody firing off the ball, hitting their guys, holding their gaps, running to the football, nowhere to go.
Quick handoff. That is a big win for this defense as they were right there as soon as he got the ball.
I love when you start bringing linebackers up near the line of scrimmage and you start sending them because those guys have serious speed. They can come catch anybody up and down the...
Breaks into the open. They'll finally drag him down, but not before he gets it to the 40, and it's a 1st down. And the Gamecocks are on the move. They'll move the wide receiver. They'll give it to the back. Some belief in that running game as they pick up 5 to the 35-yard line. Halfway there on 1st down, it's 2nd and 5. Looking to throw at St. Clair. With the catch, it's on Bono. He'll be forced out of bounds at the 28. The Gamecocks will snap it on 1st and 10. Use the play fake, now to throw. He's moving out of the pocket. It's picked off, and they ruin the drive with a turnover.
And he makes a play in the back end. Nice job reading the pass, and that's his second of the season. This guy, unbelievable job seeing the quarterback, breaking on the quarterback, and going and getting that big play.
The Ole Miss offense ready to go back to work. This feels like one of those games you might have to answer every score, already down 14-7. They go to the counter. Hammers his way across the 10, picks up 4 to the 11. The roar of the crowd trying to fuel this defense to keep them pinned in their own end. One man in the backfield, and he gets it. And maybe he'll get back to the line of scrimmage, but no more than that. You've got a third and manageable, backed up in your own end, but convert here and you get some momentum. From the gun, wants to pass. Finds his man down the middle. He gets it oh so close to the first down marker, but I think he's going to be a touch short. And the Rebels will bring the punt team onto the field. This will be the second time they've had to kick it away. Looking everywhere for room to run, but really good coverage, and he'll step out of bounds. See if they can turn this drive into points. They've got it 1st and 10 at the 50. To the ground with the back. And with that stop, we are headed toward the end of the first quarter. Both teams wanted to establish the run, and they have done exactly that in the first quarter. Had a chance to talk it over during the break, and they'll start with 2nd down. They'll keep it on the ground. Pass to sticks and still on his feet. He now has 80 yards rushing, and that should be no surprise. He's been among the nation's elite all season.
A lot of times when you think about speed back, speed, you think on the edge. You don't think in between the tackles. You don't think about breaking tackles. They try to break your ankles. The problem is when you're trying to run there as fast as you possibly can, a lot of times you don't get to put a good hit on him, and in turn you see he breaks tackles and makes big plays.
Just inside the red zone, 1st and 10 from the 19. From the red zone, looking for a man. Catch in the middle, it's best. That one takes it down to the 13-yard line.
You run the slant route day one, and this is something that the quarterback and the wide receiver has done 100 million times out there on the field in the offseason. I see man-to-man coverage. I know I can run the slant. Boom, stick my foot in the ground, throw it, completion to my wide receiver.
Defense is there to make the stop, but he's got the first down, and they'll have it 1st and goal at the 6. Moving out of the pocket. And he rolls into the house. Touchdown, Gamecocks. That's the kind of skill that makes guys stars. The improvisational skills, the blinding speed, the ability to make the big play and make defenses look sick.
Just straight sick. I mean, what do you want me to do? You put a guy that's that athletic, that fast, at the quarterback spot, and now you're telling me to defend the run, defend the pass, defend the scrambles. I mean, goodness gracious, I don't know what you want a defense to do. There's no stopping that guy.
Ole Miss ready to send the offense onto the field. This is when the pressure can ramp up a little bit on an offense, David, when they start feeling the heat to answer a score.
And I think being down 14, you can kind of feel that way. But, dude, if we put a good drive together, this is a 7-point game, so Palmer, no need to panic.
I was just going to say, David, I mean, this thing can flip quick. You go down, score, all of a sudden your defense gets a stop, or who knows, better yet, gets a turnover. This game is entirely different.
Now on 1st and 10 from the 27. Use the play fake, now to throw. Snares it outside, it's Bradley. He'll work and weave his way all the way up to the 45 before going out of bounds. The Rebels have it with a 1st and 10. Looking for room. It's Woods. This junior making his presence felt and making the stop after a short gain. Didn't get much on first down. It's 2nd and 9. Corners showing press. They want to be physical here. Caught in the backfield. It's Odom. They make the stop, trying to pick up just a little bit at a time to get to that first down mark. As the rooster crows, they are getting cocky and cockier on 3rd down here. Taylor wants to throw. And this is going to be incomplete on 3rd down. And the Rebels will try to pin them back with the punt. A fairly short distance here toward the sidelines, not his best work. South Carolina ready to go on the attack in another offensive odyssey. Leaves it with the running back. And he was greeted by a host of defenders and barely gets it back to the line of scrimmage. Got stuffed on first down. It's 2nd and 10. One back in the backfield. He gets the carry.
Man, it's really hard to control the running game if you don't control the line of scrimmage. And how about the defensive line doing a great job attacking those guys up front, not open up lanes to run through. Nice job just nullifying that run altogether.
Running to the left. Really good run there on 3rd down. He got 5, but they're still left with a 4th and 3. This is not leather helmet era football. This is analytics. Around midfield, 4 down. Oh, he's got some space. Good pickup here. They'll move the chains, and they're set up at the 41.
This guy's been so much fun to watch all year long. Every single week he's making defenders look silly trying to tackle him. With that last play, now over 1,000 yards rushing on the season.
The sure hands, it's best. Just making a play, getting it to the 23-yard line. It'll be first down. And the Gamecocks are moving quickly down the field. Crosses the 10. He now has 115 yards on the ground, and that's just another routine day for this guy who's been among the nation's leaders in rushing all season long. They use those back-to-back into the end zone he goes. Touchdown, Gamecocks! No midseason concentration laps here in Week 7 as they push out that lead.
His defense is going to have to do a better job being physical. That's 2 rushing touchdowns they've now allowed. They have got to be better close to the line of scrimmage.
Kickoff unit on the field, and this defense will be called on to protect this lead. He'll bring it out. It's Hamilton. I imagine he's going to get an earful on the sideline after bringing it out of the end zone and being knocked down at the 11. The Ole Miss offense ready to go back to work. From the gun, they'll try to impose their running game. Big-time play by the defense. He'll lose 4. Tough way to start this drive. Now they'll try to fix it on 2nd and 15. Taylor wants to throw it. They can't get him to the ground. And look, this guy has some serious moves, and he tried all of them and still didn't get loose. You make up the game plan and not a lot on the play sheet for this. 3rd and long from inside their own 20. Looking to throw, and he needs a bunch. Fires to the right. And that's incomplete. A defender all over him. Knocked the ball to the ground. 4th down coming up. The Rebels decide to punt it away. He's going to try to flip the field with this one. So from the shadow of his goalpost, he gets the punt away. Makes the catch near the 50. And the coverage team gets the returner on the ground. They've got a little time here to put together a productive drive late in the half. They'll leave it with him. And he'll pick up 1. It brings up 2nd and 9.
And you want to run the football. That's okay. You'll take some of these. But if they start to add up down the road, obviously, you might want to think about airing it out a little bit.
Dances away to buy time. He'll pull it down. Crosses the 35. Out of bounds there. Nice pickup on the play. Spotted at the 32.
And Because of this guy's athleticism, you've got to find so many creative ways to let him carry the football. You'll see it on zone reads. You'll see it on draws, designed runs. How about the old-fashioned bootleg, though? Let him use his speed out on the perimeter to the right, and he sets off a huge game.
Down to 2 minutes before the half, and they'll take the timeout and see if they can add a little more before the break. Right back to him on the ground. An explosive play in the running game as he's got the first down.
You ain't getting by all these guys right up the middle unless your offensive line and your tight ends and everybody is putting in the work up front, committing to blocking. The running back does a
touchdown, South Carolina! And they take it in for 6 more points. Lining up for the PAT. Follow the blockers. The offensive line will take you to the hallelujah land.
And I tell you what, most of the time, Reese, it requires a little bit of skill to find that hole and, slither through a little crack. That was not a crack. That was wide open. Didn't take a lot of vision because the blocking was outstanding.
He was hoping for something a little more dynamic, but they get him on the ground at the 20. They take over late in the half, enough time to put together a drive. Out of the gun, the running back has it. Breaks the tackle. A fortuitous turn of events to keep possession of that one. And it looks as if they've buzzed down. Replay wants to have another peek at that last play. So the officials take a closer look, and the replay booth will overturn the call. He'll do it himself. Fighting off the defender. He'll get a fresh set of downs, stopped at the 31-yard line. And the Rebels moving quickly to the line. Taylor wants to throw. He puts a lot of air under it down the sideline. Brings it down on the right side. And what a huge chunk play for this offense. Just exactly what you need to move the ball down the field. The pull and throw off the RPO. Quick throw, but he's not going anywhere. The defense was all over him. The Rebels with a long way to go after the loss on the last play. Intercepted. Big play stops the drive. Takes it the other way. And they capitalize not only on the pick, but the great return to give the offense tremendous field position.
And if that don't light your fire, your wood is wet. The best play on a field is when the big boy, the most athletic people on the field, the defensive linemen, make game-changing, awesome, super athletic interceptions.
That's about as close as you can get to that marker, and it will be second and just a few breaths away from the first down. Back to pass. Pressure coming. Hit as he throws.
The offensive line has got to give him at least a little bit of time to survey the field. He had no chance that time, getting hit almost immediately after he got the ball.
The Gamecocks come to the line trying to find a way to convert on third and very short. Extending the play. Trying to make magic with his feet. They'll force him out of bounds after a solid pickup on the play.
And usually when a QB takes off and scrambles, it's because the defense didn't do a great job keeping lane integrity, not keeping him in the pocket, letting him get outside, and then he can do damage. Then it's the next play that you have to play instead of just the original pass. So defense has got to do a better job keeping that guy in the pocket.
Back to throw, and they've got to be aware of the clock. Grabbed behind the line. It's Davis. Huge game before he goes out of bounds, and now they've got it first and goal. That was just a perfectly choreographed screen. The line got out on time. The running back had a wall in front of it.
And I think the quarterback did a really good job of
And he's going to take it into the end zone. Touchdown, Gamecocks.
And with that score, this thing is getting ugly. This offense has had their way, and not only have they had their way, now they finished the half like you're supposed to, scoring the football, building on their lead. This defense is going to have to go into half and find some answers.
42, Ole Miss 7.
And he'll just take a knee, and this drive will start at the 25. Inside 30 seconds to play in the half. We'll see how aggressive they are on this drive. On the move, it's Woods. This junior making his presence felt and making the stop after a short gain. That's going to wrap up the first half here, and now we join Kevin with the halftime update.
Guys, you've been calling a lively one so far from there in Columbia. And in this day and age where quarterbacks chuck it all over the field, how refreshing to see two offenses rely on off-tackle left, off-tackle right, and even a few halfback dives. Physical offensive lines and elusive backs have told the story. A throwback to the halcyon days of 3 yards and a cloud of dust.
Taylor wants to throw it. Gets it out quickly. Defense scoops it up, and he's headed the other way. Oh, there's an alley on the left. Touchdown, Gamecocks! The defense putting points on the board.
Great job by the defense. The ball's thrown, the ball's completed, swarming to the football, knock it out, and then guess what? Be there to scoop it up, run it back to the end zone. Huge play by this defense.
And for a quick update, let's go to Kevin Connors in the studio.
Hey, fellas, here's a quick update on a top 15 clash today. Kansas State looks like a bunch of world beaters right now. I'm not sure I've ever seen this offense look this crisp. They're up by 28 over Oklahoma. We promise to keep you posted on what goes down in this exciting college football matchup.
And how about that one? Kevin will be keeping an eye on everything going on elsewhere. He's got it. They'll rip off 8 on that play. It's 2nd and 2. And the Rebels with myriad options after that big pickup on first down. They'll run the option. And maybe a wise move not to even try the pitch as he's knocked down in the backfield. Now, this offense is just stuck in the mud. They've already punted 4 times, and it's 3rd down now. Got it in the middle. It's Odom. They've got it inside the 40 at the 39 as they pick up the first down. The Rebels come to the line with a fresh set of downs. Give to the single back. And they'll bring him to the ground after a short gain.
That's a really good job by the defense, wrapping them up, getting them on the ground, take away that run game, make them one-dimensional, put them in passing situations. Really good job by the defense.
Had to work to pick up 3 down to the 33-yard line.
And, man, the big fellas up front, they don't get a lot of credit. They don't get talked about a lot unless it's negative, but they're the big component, man. They've got to get some push, to get some running lanes, get this running game going. They're the ones that make it go.
Unloads it downfield. Snatches it on the right. They make the stop at the 5-yard line, but they've got it 1st and goal. And the Rebels look to keep this drive humming. They'll try to get it in with the run. They'll knock him down for a loss of a couple.
And after your defense just went out there and gave up a touchdown and let them build the lead more, you really need to come out with this drive and answer. And the running game is not it. They were ready for that. Going to have to create some explosive plays to the passing game.
And he never had a chance. Just stopped cold as soon as he got it. Now 3rd and goal and tough yardage to cover here. Taylor wants to throw. Fires into the end zone. Touchdown, Ole Miss. Fitted in the window for the score.
And it's so underrated. The relationship between a QB and a wide receiver, the timing, the ability to know where he's going to be and be accurate with the football, that's what leads to nice touchdowns, Jesse.
Well, and the chemistry between these two guys has to be great when you're throwing into the end zone because coverage is going to be tight. The throw might not be perfect, but this is something these two guys have been repping in practice over and over and over, and it's paying dividends now in game.
And the South Carolina offense is back on the field. They'll go back to work with a sizable margin still up there on the scoreboard. Fires to the big fella. And they get to him and knock him down to prevent a big gain. And the Gamecocks in a good spot here with 2nd and short. On the ground, it's Pringle. There he goes. Defense on skates that time. They finally drag him down at the 42. This offense is like running a perfection drill in practice against air, chunk play after chunk play, and here they come again. He is going nowhere. Stop at the line of scrimmage.
Well, they're trying to run the football there, just nowhere to go. They got dominated up front at the point of attack.
Here we go. Off play action. On the move to his left. Fires on the move. On target to the left. He goes out of bounds after the big play, but there is a penalty marker on the field. Let's see what that one's about. Just when they thought they had the big play, the penalty wipes it out. Let's see what they've got on second down. Wants to go up top. Using his feet to buy time. It'll be incomplete. Tried to extend the play, but just couldn't find anybody open. Sometimes a quarterback just needs to turn the ball loose. It was like he tried to guide that one in, and it disrupted the timing.
Yeah, and just like in basketball, when you shoot a shot, you start trying to aim it, you really miss. You know, quarterbacks, they got to quickly be able to recognize, do I need to fire it? Do I need to put a little air underneath it? And it's just a tough thing for a quarterback to be able to do, but over time, you see they have less and less mishaps like that.
The give. Knocked down in the backfield, and boy, this guy's had a good day, but they finally get to him on that run.
Well, this guy's been an animal all game long. He's had tons of success running the football. The defense had to do something to stop him. Give the D-line and that front seven tons of credit for being really physical there.
Got some room, headed to the goal line. Gets it all the way down to the 2-yard line. He was fighting for that end zone.
And that is such a gut punch for this defense because you're trailing in the game. You're trying to get off the field. You think you got the quarterback in the backfield for a sack, and he's able to escape scramble.
And he takes it in for a score. Touchdown, South Carolina.
Reese, that's 3 for the young fella. I mean, this dude's smelling the end zone. Anytime he gets near it, you know he's going to lower his shoulder, do whatever it takes to get in the end zone. The hat trick, the 3rd touchdown.
56, Ole Miss, 14.
Fielded in the end zone. It's Hamilton. Really disciplined job by the coverage unit to get down there and make the stop at the 19. Ole Miss ready to send the offense onto the field. They cashed in on a short field last time they had it, and now they'll go to work from their own end. Working the middle of the field, and it's complete. And the defense had that one well covered, just a short game there. They're dealing with a 2nd and long. Taylor wants to throw it. Under fire. And the pressure was too much. They get him at the 15.
Sometimes you beat your guy and you get sacked so clean, and sometimes, like on this play, the DBs do a great job covering, make the QB hold the football, and then the rush gets home.
Quickly complete. Doesn't quite make it to the first down marker. He's a yard short. The Rebels will call on their punt team. They've been busy out there to punt for the 5th time today. He'll try to field the punt and see if he can give his offense better field position. Really nice job all the way around. Got a few blocks, made a couple of moves, and a good return on that one before he's pushed out of bounds. South Carolina ready to go on the attack in another offensive odyssey. Makes that one pay off, and they finally get him down at the 38. It'll be first down. They moved the chains on the ground last time. Let's see if they try to hit him up top.
How nice is it as a play caller?
Turning it on. He'll be down at the 4-yard line after that terrific run.
What a big-time run for this offense. A physical run, getting down, almost scoring the touchdown.
Yeah, considering how well they're running it right now, why wouldn't you just hand it off to this guy right here again?
Into the end zone he goes. Touchdown, Gamecocks.
Wow, this offense, they have a lot of faith in this running back, knowing if they get down in this area of the field, he can get it done and he can answer the bell. 2 rushing touchdowns already for this offense.
And he had the extra point to finish the drive. They're ready to kick it away, and this crowd is buzzing after that last score. And it'll be a touchback. The ball will come out to the 25-yard line. The drive starts from their own 25-yard line. Taylor wants to throw. They've got the screen set up. Spins away from the defense. He goes out of bounds right at the 37-yard line. A good, productive play there to get things going. Looking to throw on first down. The defense wouldn't let him loose there, and it was a completion, but they lost yardage. And the Rebels have put themselves in dire straits after that last play. It's 2nd and a mile. They'll move the tight end. Now the play fake. Got his man on the right. He is stopped behind the line of scrimmage. They'll lose yards on that one. 3rd down, and they need 15 after 2 negative plays. Looking to throw, and he needs a chunk play. Can't quite make the connection there. Might have led him a little too much. The Rebels will punt this one away. They're up to a half-dozen kicks today. He'll field the punt. He gets a block. The solid return there offsets some of the punt yardage and really sets up this offense nicely. And the South Carolina offense is back on the field. They'll try to put a drive together starting from the 36. This has been exactly the way you draw things up, David. The offense has really been... It's picked off, and that's number 10. Ran right through the defender, and now he's still running. He'll be stopped, but not before getting the football and picking up big yardage on the return. What a play there. They'll start this drive going to the air. Just a short pass to the tight end. He makes the stop almost as soon as he catches it, and they're short of the first down. Plenty of work to do here on 2nd and long. Using the quick game. And just a short, safe pass play. They pick up a few. As they get set to snap it, just about to reach the end of the quarter. They'll go to the ground. They get him down, and that'll be the final play of the 3rd period. We've reached the break. It's South Carolina holding the lead. Let's take a quick look at the national rankings to see how this playoff race is shaping up. Final stands in the game, and we'll start with the first down. Give to the running back. He's going to lose a yard on that one.
Well, that last play is basically a microcosm of what today has been like for this offense. Just nothing happening. Not physical enough at the point of attack. They're being swarmed. They haven't had the balance necessary to win this game, and that's why they find themselves trailing late.
This is a tough one. A 3rd and long from this part of the field. They can, though, pick up the first down. Looking to throw. It's Newton. Pocket breaking down. Got a hand on it nicely and broke it up in the end zone. Now it looks as if they'll settle for the field goal try. It's good. Easy call for the ref. And they'll put 3 on the board, but the deficit remains huge.
And he knocks another one through. And how about this kicker? Good way to start off your season, right? Like, what do you have at the spot? Sometimes you don't know. Can he make those kicks? Starting off, hasn't missed one yet. Been very dependable for this squad.
South Carolina ready to go on the attack in another offensive odyssey. Well, the good news about this drive, Jesse, it can't go worse than last time through a pick on the first play.
No, it certainly can't. I think one good way, David, to help your quarterback turn the page is just find him an easy completion here and let him get back into a rhythm.
Yeah, or find him an easy handoff. Just hand the football off, maybe get the ground game going, maybe jumpstart this offense a little bit.
And he'll get it up to the 38. It'll be a first down.
I just love quarterbacks that aren't greedy and that aren't always trying to throw the home run ball, right? Second down, you're in your own end of the field. The guy you want to throw to is not open. Just find the back. He'll go do something positive with it. This guy is a weapon, and you got to find him in the passing game.
Off the play fake on first down to throw. He lobs one high down the left side. And is knocked away and incomplete. The defensive back staying in phase and batting it away. What will they dial up on second and a long way to go? Off the play fake. Oh, they're after it. The Gamecocks in the hurry up. On third and long, he'll need to loosen up that arm. And the Heat will get home, and the quarterback goes down at the 17. And the Gamecocks will send out the punt unit. First time we've seen their punt team this afternoon. Surprisingly makes a fair catch just outside the 40-yard line. The Ole Miss offense ready to go back to work. Always good to get points on a drive, David, but chip shot field goals can leave you a little empty.
And I think it's great to get points, but the great teams get touchdowns in the red area. You got to get out there this time and execute a little better on this drive.
You're absolutely right, David. And generally, the best red zone offenses are the ones that run the ball the best. So let's see if they can be a little bit more physical in this one.
There was just nowhere to cut back. Great job by the defense, and he'll have to take the loss. Let's see what they find in the playbook for third and long from the 43. Looking to throw, it's Newton. Throws toward the end zone. And it's a touchdown. It is also a play in which there is a flag on the field. Let's see what the call is. At this point, the way things have gone in this one, they're probably not surprised. You make a play and they wipe it out on the penalty. On third and long, doesn't need to take the check down. Makes the catch. It's Peters. And they're getting it rolling with that play to the 42-yard line. And the Rebels will snap it on first and 10. Missed his receiver there. It's incomplete.
So that was a lightning-fast decision. You could tell he knew what he wanted to do right away, makes the decision, but maybe his footwork wasn't a little bit good, and the pass wasn't where he wanted to put that thing. I know that.
And the defense holds firm. No pickup at all on that play. Now facing a third and long. From the gun, wants to pass. Makes the grab. They'll make the stop about 3 yards short of the first down. And on fourth down, they'll try to put 3 on the board. He's going to reach for a long one, a 52-yard attempt. Right down the boulevard, it's good. Well, they got 3 back, but that's about all you can say about it.
And this guy has been a machine all season long. He is absolutely automatic. You know you're getting 3 points when this guy jogs on the field.
Didn't find any crease in that kickoff coverage, and he'll be stopped at the 17. And the South Carolina offense is back on the field. They really didn't move the ball at all the last time they had it, and hoping for better fortune this time around. Makes the grab. It's Pringle. And it seems to be a lot easier for the quarterback to find this guy than it is for the defense.
Yeah, and I think this is a guy, Reese, that you can split him out and you can feel comfortable getting the football as many ways as possible because he is one of those matchup problems. Linebackers aren't going to be able to run with him, so try to find ways to maximize that little guy's speed and athletic ability.
The Gamecocks come to the line on third and short, looking to keep the drive moving. Not able to hook up there, incomplete.
I mean, sometimes you overthink it. Sometimes running the football on 3rd and short with the lead is not the worst thing in the world. Keep that clock ticking. But now decided to go for it, setting up a 4th down. And this looks like a situation where you should punt the football.
On 4th down, looking to pass. Finds him out of the backfield. He stopped quickly, but not before he has enough for the 1st down. Ready to fire from the pistol. Out of the crowd, and now he's got room. Breaks into the open. What a good... There, he has enough for the 1st down. And the Gamecocks are marching down the field. Back to pass, it's Knight. Now rolling to the left. Got a man, it's Davis. Really nice pickup on that one as they get it to the 36. It'll be 1st down. And here comes play number 6 of the drive. They'll knock him down for a loss of a couple. Hit a little speed bump on this drive. It's 2nd and 12. He wants to change this route. Here's a heat. Incomplete thanks to the great defensive pressure there that sort of threw them out of rhythm. This will be the 8th play of the drive, but a great opportunity for the defense to get off the field. Caught over the middle. It's Hauser. They'll make the stop about a yard short of the 1st down. The Gamecocks will try to move the chains on 4th down. We've reached the 2-minute timeout, and they have this game in hand right now, but we'll see just how aggressive they want to be on offense. They already have a comfortable lead, up by multiple possessions, but they're going to go for it here on 4th down. Trying to keep this drive alive. They knock him down, but he's got enough to get it across the line and pick up the 1st down. And the Gamecocks will hustle for the line. Looking to throw on 1st down. Fires to the big fella. Out of bounds he goes. They'll mark it at the 16.
And there's no mercy rule in college football. They've got a huge lead here in the 4th quarter, and they're still staying aggressive. They're still throwing the football, going out and executing, working on their craft. They've got bigger fish coming up down the road, bigger games. So you got to keep sharpening the tools, and that's what you're seeing here in the 4th quarter.
Nice catch by the big target. Those big tight ends, you can tell in football, are just becoming more and more of a weapon on every single team.
Moving, keeping the eyes downfield. Into the end zone. He was open, he had it, and he dropped it. Would have been a touchdown. Instead, it's 2nd down. Going to work in the red zone. They can't pick up the 1st down without getting it into the end zone. Dances away from the pressure, going to his left. He works his way all the way down to the 3, and the defense is reeling.
It's just so nice to have a QB under center. Nowadays in football, you can trust these guys. You put so much on their plate, and you tell them, go get...
And we have breaking news. They score yet another touchdown.
And how about this squad, man? Looking good again. Like, I feel like we...
They fake it, pitch it to the tight end. And the ball's free in the backfield. Defense swarming on that loose ball. It'll be a turnover. They're set to kick it off, and this crowd now ready to get behind them.
69, Ole Miss, 20.
And he'll just take a knee, and this drive will start at the 25. They'll put this one in play. First snap of the drive from the 25. Out of the chute, quick toss to the right. Nice gain on that play, but leaves it a little short of the 1st down. The Rebels can really attack on this 2nd and short. Unloads quickly. He's really close to that 1st down marker, but they stop him just a bit short. It's 3rd down from their own 34 as they try to keep the drive moving. They'll try to power their way ahead. Some hard running there, but just too many defenders as he stopped for a loss. Timeout called by the defense. It's their first of the half as they'll go to the sideline and try to make adjustments. And the Rebels will line up to punt it away. Hauls it in and looking upfield. They'll get down and put a stop to this return. They'll mark it at the 32. South Carolina ready to go on the attack in another offensive odyssey. Boy, they have divided these home fans here by putting this game in a hammerlock, David.
Yeah, this crowd's been jacked up. They've been excited. Now they get to breathe a little bit, Palmer. Nice lead. This offense needs to go out and protect it.
Yeah, they've been the more physical team all game long. So let's just run the ball. Let's just ice this football game. Take the W into the locker room.
Trying play action. He rifles one deep down the right side. The receiver was doubled, and they picked it off. And he's wrapped up after a solid return on the pick. Good field position to start this drive at their own 47. Looking downfield, it's Newton. Unloads to the wideout. The pass is incomplete, and the clock will stop with 5 seconds left. And after this play, the cake will be baked. They'll go to work in the air on second down. He wants a big play here late. And the pass is incomplete, and that's going to be the final play as this game is over. They get the win. They are now bowl eligible, but when you have a 0 in the loss column, there are much bigger fish to fry.
I think a lot of people thought they'd be 6-0 at this point, too. So we know they're going to a bowl game. Great. But, David, they've got their eyes set on the college football playoff and a national championship. They have that kind of talent. They're not surprised they're 6-0. They're looking to do bigger things.
No, 6-0 is great, but that's not the goal. They want to be 12-0. They want to be 14-0. They want to continue this streak as long as they possibly can. Extremely talented. Nobody's surprised, and their goals are a lot bigger than this.
That will put the wrap on things from here. For David Pollack and Jesse Palmer, I'm Reese Davis. You've been watching another presentation of EA Sports College Football.